And moving on, military ruled Myanmar's promise of free and fair elections next year is preposterous, a UN expert said on Thursday, as he warned that the international community not to fall for the army regime's propaganda to legitimize its rule.
Tom Andrews, the UN Special Rapporteur on the situation of human rights in Myanmar, says the military has been working hard to create an impression of legitimacy after ousting the government of civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi in February 2021 takeover. The army seized power, citing widespread fraud in the 2020 general election. It appointed new members to the Union Election Commission, which said that new multi-party polls next year would be free and fair. Andrews say ASEAN must ratchet up pressure on the Myanmar army to halt its violence and release all political prisoners. He added ASEAN's 5-point consensus plan should be stepped up to include clear actions and time frames.
Particularly those with the highest level access and influence to intensify their pressure on the military leaders.
That there could be any possibility of a free and fair election in Myanmar in 2023 is frankly preposterous. You can't have a free and fair election if you've locked up your opponents. You can't have a free and fair election if you've put your opponents on death row. This is an outrage. And any pretense or suggestion that a free and fair election is possible should be rejected firmly by ASEAN and everyone else. The junta works very hard to try to create an impression of legitimacy. Their propaganda machine works round the clock, and they'll take any thread of evidence that they could find to make it appear as if the international community recognizes them as legitimate. That is something that we need to be very cautious of, very careful of, and not fall into that propaganda trap, including any suggestion that this election